Well, we're back now with Great Day Books. If you're looking for something new and exciting to read, we think we've got you covered like a book.
Oh, I get it, like a book cover. Lori Fazio from RJ Julia Booksellers is here, sharing some of the best books from 2024.
Yes,
Hi.
hello.
How are you?
I am well.
Happy New Year, because
Yes,
it's the
Happy
first
New
time
Year.
you're here in the new year.
That's right.
So we can say it.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, we had a really, I was just saying, like a hopping holiday season. It was.
People were really into books.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they always are, but this year, for some reason, it just felt, I don't know, a little frenzied. It was.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy.
was fun,
Right
but
up until December 24th, like
all
closing.
the way through closing time. Yeah,
Right, that's
yeah.
incredible. Well, good.
Yeah, so what I did was, I mean, I ran some reports of our best-selling books of 2024, and there's lots of different reasons why
Sure.
they make the top of the list. So our #1 best-selling book of the entire year was Ina Garten's memoir, which came out at the end of the year.
Wow.
So one of the reasons why this makes the top of the list is because we had an event where we sold books for Ina,
Okay.
right? So there's various reasons why things make the top of the list. But this came out at the end of the year. People love Ina Garten. It's a memoir about
Okay,
how
so it's
she
not
got
a
into
recipe
it.
book.
There are recipes in it.
Oh, there are?
They're sprinkled
Okay.
throughout.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. But
Okay.
it's not a cookbook.
What's
per
one
se.
thing you think you learn about her when you read that?
I thought it was fascinating of how she decided that in her marriage that she was almost ready to call it quits because she was expected to be the cook.
Ina Garten, right.
Yeah, but that really wasn't the case. It was just that Jeffrey loved her cooking so much. But she was like ready to be like, well, no, this isn't what I want. So it was really.
That's fascinating.
That's
She
amazing.
really like tells it all, and in such a lovely way, because she's such a lovely person.
Yeah, she's a lovely person. All right,
So our next top book was The Women by Kristen Hanna, which we have talked about before. This is one of the books that I loved. So she wrote The Nightingale.
Okay.
Which was
All right.
World War II. This is Vietnam.
Yeah,
this was about a nurse in Vietnam, and really like the representation of when women came back from, you know, whatever, mostly were women, but they did other things over there too. They really didn't get the recognition as the soldiers did.
Yeah, I remember you bringing this on the show.
Yeah, it's a tough book, and like the battle really began once they get back, as we kind of know.
I judge a book by its font, and this has some really good font.
Yeah, and it's a big book, but it's fast paced, so
Yes, it's good. I like it.
You still have to read the Barber book
I
first.
just picked it up yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
See?
I picked it up.
Little bit at a
picked
time.
Picked it up and looked at it.
Yes, baby steps.
So James by Percival Everett is just winning all kinds of awards this year. It's one of my favorite books of the year. It's on the New York Times top
What is it
10.
about?
So this is the reimagining of Huck Finn from James, who was the enslaved, right, Jim?
Okay, got it.
It's his version of the story. It is such an important book. It is tough, but it is witty. There is a bit of humor in it. It is so well written. It's really a fabulous book.
Okay.
Really,
Okay.
really great.
James.
Amy Tan, who wrote the Joy Luck Club years ago.
Yeah.
So this is the Backyard Bird Chronicles. She's, was very interested in nature as well, and kind of took time to step back a little bit and became really interested in birds. So this is journaling. It's some of her drawings of birds, and then
Wow, those are really good.
Right, she's really, really good, and how over time she came to be able to recognize a bird by just seeing it. And then during the pandemic, she started this before the pandemic, but during the pandemic, obviously she really, like a lot of people, became birders. It's a great book. And we've got signed copies.
Is it true that birds of a feather flock together?
I'm gonna go with yes. I don't know.
I think you're absolutely right.
They say they're very spiritual creatures. They give us little signs.
I love
Yeah,
birds.
I do believe
absolutely
that.
love
I
birds.
believe that.
Yeah, totally.
Romance, which is exploding into the publishing world over the last few years. One of our top books by Christina Lauren was Tangled Up in You, which is a retelling of Tangled, which is a retelling of Rapunzel. So
Okay.
retellings are
But
also
like
really popular.
modernized or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
I'm
romance,
like, it looks kind of modern.
And look at the romance. The covers of romance. Mostly they always come out in paperback, like 99% of the time. They're pretty covers. They're fun covers.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
Like our romance section looks like a beautiful rainbow. It's so pretty. It's
Okay.
just- Yeah, the
Awesome.
covers are great. So if you judge a book by their covers, head in there.
Okay.
And then Sandwich, which is
Yeah,
basically Cape Cod.
Like
what
the
is that
town
about?
of Sandwich.
This is about a family getting ready to go on their vacation to Sandwich, Cape Cod.
Cod, yeah.
And just some drama. So this book took off. There was a time in the summer we couldn't keep this book in stock.
Wow.
It has sold just like like M&Ms, like people just, you know, are just picking it up and giving it to all their friends.
Okay.
And then lastly, I brought the Museum of Ordinary People. This is out in paperback. It did well in hardcover as well. But this is about a woman who suddenly lost her mom, and she's going through cleaning out the family home, and she comes across these encyclopedias, and she wants to give them a home because they're treasures. And she finds this little place that has all these unique things, like a museum of ordinary people, and she becomes like in charge of all of it and what she's finding. Yeah.
Is it fact or fiction?
It's fiction.
It is fiction.
It's fiction. But it's, you know, I think a lot of people going through their family homes can resonate with that.
For sure.
And
What do I save and what do I do with all
It's
this?
a very difficult decision.
I can't imagine. Mom and Dad,
Same, I'm with you.
stay with it.
Oh my God, I still have boxes
way.
of my father's stuff that I don't know what to do with.
And I bet that decision of, you know, the guilt and I don't want to get there.
I don't want to.
Ever.
Well, thank you so much, Lori. We so appreciate your time. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year again. We'll say it one more time.
All right, there you go.